All right, welcome everybody. We're doing some Starfinder in the Sven zone. I pulled it up. Make sure I can be heard. Everybody say hi.
Hello,
Hi.
hello, hello.
Hi.
This one is
Hi.
Cool. Close that down.
Oh, come on, move.
Start off with a quote.
What quote is it? What does it say?
All right, so our Starfinders have just finished their second major mission. First one was to go around and meet all of the different leaders within the factions of the Starfinder and society. And then each one of them had a little mini quest for you to do. Then you all picked one and joined that group. And now your second one was given to you by Venture Captain Arvin. And you were asked to go retrieve a stolen artifact from a gentleman named Ronald Talbot. He took what he thought was a sorcerer's stone. It turned out to be a charlatan stone. And so when he went to Akaton, one of the mining cities, one of the old mines there, and started refining, changing the outdated fuel to new drift fuel, he didn't realize that it would revert back to its original form after a few hours once the illusion dropped. And he made the mistake of selling it to Abador Corp as his first sale. So they sent somebody after him when they realized it was wrong. He panicked, sicked his friends on you. You guys killed most of them, and he managed to escape, but he gave you the charlatan stone and has since disappeared. Akaton is known for its harsh climate and gladiator rings and nefarious gang wars and things. So you guys decided to hang out and stay for a little while. And that is where we left off. It is the afternoon of the 7th day, 29th Gosran, as you leave the mine and head back to town. Head back all the way to the larger city. We are going to fast forward for a week. If you so choose, you can work your profession and earn some creds. That's weird. Does anybody else's? That one looks fine. On my player's view, my character sheet is all jacked. Let me release this person and get him again. Anybody else's character sheets messed up?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure what you mean by messed up. So
there it goes. Okay, I resized it and it fixed itself. All right, you would know. It's unusable. So it was unusable there for a moment. All right, so going to skills. So she is a traveler. All right. All right, so Treble Clef and Trog will. Robin! Thank you. Appreciate that. Robin and has been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate with Messy Fresh, also known as Mrs. Robin.
Ooh.
or Mr. Robin, I should say, rather. And they're messing around in Baldur's Gate 3, doing a playthrough. She also does live D&D on occasion. She is the author of Panovo, my favorite setting for D&D. And
Wow.
so you should definitely check out her stream and also check out Panovo if you like D&D. You need to have it.
Cool.
It's available on Fancy Grounds, of course, and soon to be in hardback. And I cannot wait because I'm going to buy it as soon as it comes out in hardback. All right, I'm just fixing my screen there. Lock it. All right, so you guys have a week. Week passes, and you guys can. I'm looking at Trog is the profession of a space pirate. Let's go with have everybody give me a percentile, please.
Okay. So the theme means it's the profession.
No, if you look under your skills,
Yeah.
you will see you have a profession. And if you may need to widen your window a little bit to see exactly what it says, but that's what your profession is.
Oh, prof. Okay.
And Robin is also my wife's garlic friend. The two of them
Ooh.
are garlic buddies because they are both fans of a lot of garlic.
I have a dip for you.
Yum, garlic.
I have a garlic dip recipe. You will be thankful for me to ever if I share it.
Ooh, Robin says she's growing her own garlic this year too.
Wow.
I don't know if that's good or
Unlimited
bad, but
like that.
okay, cool. I now have. Oh, didn't. I now have a command, so I don't have to copy and paste it and find it and everything else for when I'm enjoying my dubby.
Ooh.
Okay, so starting with Nikos. Are you just going to relax for that week? Or are you going to work? Now, obviously, you're not going to be working full the entire time. You will have pretty much like a normal work week. You will have time off to relax and do other stuff. But Akaton doesn't have sandy beaches, and it has sand, but there is no beach. It's not really known for its relaxation and stuff, but like I said, it does have entertainment. So you will have time to relax if you wanted to, but if you want to earn some credits, did you want to work?
Well, Trog is a space pirate, so I don't know what that would entail as far as.
And Nikos, we cannot hear you if you're talking.
I'm sorry, I forgot that I muted myself because I was hiccuping really badly earlier. So Robin didn't hear me either. I was saying, Robin, that you're my favorite person in the whole wide world because you love garlic just as much as I do. All right, now that I've rectified that situation, for the week, I'm going to spend a couple of days working out and a couple of days on drill. And then one day I'm going to spend on charting out where I've already been and making a list of places I would like to see. because I am a spacefarer.
Okay.
Wow.
Very nice. Uh, go ahead and give me a profession skill roll.
Oh, okay.
And do you have the stream up?
Oh yeah, yeah. I see her
Okay.
waving at me. You got it, girl.
All right. So you rolled a 16. All right. So that will give you. All right. So I'm just going to add enough. That's not you. You are Nikos. All right.
I'm gonna try gardening this year with a couple of small things to start with and see how I do. And by the way, Mantha is just as big a fan of garlic.
Yeah. And if you ever do
Is
visit,
indeed
there's
true.
a restaurant by here in the next about 20 minutes from here. I forget what it's called, but it's a white building, and just driving by it, you're inundated with garlic. Is
The White House Grill. The White House Grill.
so. Yeah. So if you ever come, we'll take you there. I've never been, but she loves it, and I can attest. I've driven by it many times, and I can attest to the strength of the
Keep your
garlic
eyes
that's
water up
there.
as you go by.
About
You go to hide in the dark.
All right, so you have a +5 to a spacefarer roll. You can use you can try to work your way to anything that I say. Hey, give me a roll. If you think it fits as a spacefarer, try to sell it to me, and I will let you use it for that.
okay.
Next would be Zitri.
I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I remember part of the finishing stuff on Acton gave us a boon where we could like spend time basically like helping further connections with Akaton, but I can't find it. But that is what I am interested in doing because it's new and it introduced a downtime activity.
All right, so that is actually in your where are you, Zitri? It is in your boons under your Starfinder Society
It's not in there. I've checked it
page.
like 20 times.
She begs to differ.
That's where I thought it was supposed to be, but it was not there.
Oh, shit.
Chickens and goats, huh? They would eat up all your berries. All right, let me double check something real quick then. You had to do it 3 times. I remember that. I could have sworn it was a boon. Let me double check. Boons right here. It is.
Wasn't it like the savior of Akaton or something or other? Hero, something.
My hero.
Faction's friend.
No, that's not it.
I was just throwing that out there because it's got 3 uses.
That's
True Savior of Tosh.
Good guess.
Oh. Oh, that has 5 uses. Nice.
Yes, True Savior of Tosh. Do you not have that boon? Where is your society?
It's not showing up in my boons list, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have it.
There you go. Now it is.
Boom, there's my bones list.
Woo!
All
Bada
right,
bing,
so-
bada boom.
Anyway, that's what I wanted to do.
You can forego making a day job role to instead devote time to assist with the growth of Tosh, which is the city that he was working out of the old rundown mine. Check a box in his boon to make a note on the chronicle sheet associated with that scenario, indicating you partook in this behavior endeavor. Once all 5 boxes on this boon are marked, you receive 500 UPBs in recompense. Very cool.
Oh, what behavior?
The true savior of Tosh. You're lurking. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, Robin. All right, so there's the true save of Tosh. If you open it up, oh, there you go. That works too. I like that idea. All right, so that is Zitri. I'm going to go ahead and give it, make sure Trog has it, because he does not. So I'm going to add that to him.
Which one are you adding?
And Treble Clef. True Savior of Tosh.
Because all he has right now is the factions, which is kind of ironic.
He has 3 boons. He has Factions Friend, Marked Field Agent, and True Savior of Tosh.
Where are you seeing that?
On the society sheet.
And there, well, maybe it's not
Very
big
bottom.
enough.
Probably near the bottom.
May have to scroll up.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go.
Did he not get the Avatar Corps acquaintance?
True savior of Tosh.
It is not on a sheet. All right,
Yep.
so that you've done yours. Excellent. All right, so you spend some time, and it takes a little while to earn their trust. Explain what really happened. The Abador Corps is willing to put money into this town, and so instead of just going back to what they were, Abador Corps is starting to invest in them, and you are there to help with that endeavor. As there's a lot of politics and working together, getting these people, because some of them are very ornery, as you learned, as they attacked you and things. And just trying to work with them to realize that this is earn their trust again.
Whee!
Okay.
All right, so Riven, you are next. What would you like to do? Are you gonna relax or are you gonna work?
I forget. Does Riven have the true savior of Tosh as well?
I don't know. Do you?
I'm looking under that. Yeah, he got it. He just got it. You just gave it to him right now. So yeah, he'll do that then. He has the factions friend, which doesn't do any good because we're gonna complete our missions. Mark Field Agent. I don't know anything about that at all.
Well, we're not selecting a boon to work on or anything. We're selecting a downtime activity to work
Oh,
on.
I thought these were.
This,
we could do-
this one just happens to give a downtime activity, which is why I went for it.
Okay.
In a matter of speaking, downtime activities we're going to go into more as you're on the ship. But yes, you guys have a week. So do you want to spend time helping the city of Tosh? Do you want to work and earn some credits? Or do you want to just mess around?
Well, let's see. Revan would probably want to help out with Tosh, but he would be also very interested in he's going to stay in shape. His main thing is being a sports person, and that's something his life has been. So that's who he is. So he would not neglect that at all.
All right, so Tosh sets up this new gym. DJ Bounce, House of Pain, and they're able to use Labrador Core is able to use your image and your likeness and the fact that you saved their city, their town from this terrible person who was trying to steal from them, uh, and they
Nice.
uh, make it to where it's because it's not that far out from the main city. So, and they set up different tracks and different things for them people to do as well. And so you're able to use your fame to also add to and bring more people to the city of Tash as well, while Citri's in the background were doing the politics.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's perfect. Exactly what he would be doing. He did similar things on the when he was at the concert and stuff like that, trying to promote.
All right, so Trog, on the other hand, he's going to be working. He goes back to the city. Uh, did you guys? He sells the stuff that you all had. It's
I
part of what
believe we
he can
did
do.
that last.
Yep, he did that last time,
session.
but this is how it actually plays out. As
Oh,
he
gotcha.
goes through and does it. So you already have the money for it. This is just how it plays out. So you don't have. Yeah, there's nothing else in the party sheet. Gear wise, good. And so the way it works is rules is written. You roll your profession skill, and you get that for in credits. I am tweaking it a bit.
Whee!
You tweaker.
So, so Strong's gonna roll his profession then.
And you typically get twice your profession skill. You spend a week working, you roll your profession skill, and you get twice what you rolled in credits. I'm going to say roll twice, and you're going to get twice that. So roll one more time.
Nice.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Atomic, welcome, welcome.
Atomic.
Hola, Atomic.
I was very frustrated with Atomic, not with him, but I was up to 103 or 104 days straight without missing one of his streams.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And then I had a weird sleep schedule because I had to get up in the middle of the night for a reason, and then slept through his stream. So I lost my streak back down to like 2 or 3 days now. But
Oh, sad day.
be sure to check him out. He plays Disney Speedstorm. They're finishing up a Tron season right now. The newest
Tron
Tron.
is in Tron. Tron is in Tron.
Mm.
Second movie, yep.
Sweet.
The Disney version of Tron. Actually, I think they were
Yeah.
both Disney's, but anyway,
Yeah, that motorcycle is
you've got
awesome.
Zeus. You can play as Zeus and a couple of the other people as well. Finn, of course. Anyway, that's Disney Speedstorm. Check him out Monday through Friday. All right, so Trog gets 36. That's 72 credits. Go to
Awesome.
gear.
Very nice. Thank you. That goes into what gear? Yeah, I'll take it. Awesome.
20.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that brings him to 524. All right, and last is Treble Clef. I'm going to have them do their... So they spend time doing some similar stuff to Nikos, except they are in Maros and Tosh, setting up maps, 3D scans and 3D maps, how to get there, building on the cartography from one to another, helping out the people
Nice.
who are setting up the roads and things, using her traveler um, skill to do that. So she's gonna roll twice. Boo.
Uh,
Alright, so 34, 68
What's that? Oh.
credits.
You came in up with the 18.
68. 50. So that brings her to an even 650. Guys, make me do complex math. Alright. Alright, so a week goes by and then your comm units bleep. And you have a message from. Where's. Oh, there it is. Venture Captain Arvin saying, glad you guys are able to enjoy yourself. I need the Charlatan Stone back, and I have another mission for you. So you load up your gear, say your fond farewells to the friends you've made, and the lovers you've had, and get back on the ship taking you back to Absalom Station. So you have 3 days. Takes you 3 days this time. Traveling within the system is 1d6 plus 2. And days, because depending on when you leave and where your destination is, you could be on opposite sides of the sun, or you could be right next to each other, depending on phase of the moon and everything else. So it took you 3 days to get back. So now, did any of you take a look, besides Mantha and that new one, at the downtime activities? There's stuff in the Discord. You can also go, and that's the the Archives of Nethys. And let me see what I saved it here on stream. Downtime activities. What book is this from? Let's see. This is from
Oh, it's massive.
Character Operations Manual. Okay. So I'll share this again. I thought I had saved it. Let me look one last time.
I got it.
Conditions, downtime. Here it is. I did save it. Alright, you said you have it. So here's Nikos. Did you need it?
Nope, I've got it up.
Okay. So basically what this is more specific. It just gives you a boost to a little to something similar to what I gave Nikos. A +5 to a Spacefarer roll to use once. You can drill, you can entertain, all these different little things, and just look at the results. Now, obviously, you can't. There are some things you can't do on a ship, but they even have the activity of lounging, and you get a +1. You gain temporary hit points just for spending the day engaging in easygoing hobbies and entertainments. So that's what Trog and Trebleclef are going to do. Because that keeps me from looking at a bunch of things. So here's a picture, guys, on the stream of downtime lounging. He's playing a fighting game. So there is no roll for lounging. It says on the following day you gain temporary hit points equal to half your character level. You also gain a +1 bonus to the first saving throw you attempt that day. So Trog gets temporary hit point, as does Troubleclef, and an effect.
The hit point is for how long?
The temporary hit points until they take a long rest or they get hit.
Okay.
And I might let it stay for longer. This effect ends at the end of the day. +1 bonus to the first saving throw. Okay. +1 save. All right, so we'll use the same rolls he did before. Nikos, did you have anything you wanted to do?
I'm gonna drill this time
Okay,
Like-
and what does that say?
for the 3 days.
Or
So
summarize it.
it's choose a single task of a specific skill, such as acrobatics or athletics. If you're on a starship, you can instead choose a non-gunner starship crew action. That doesn't
Okay.
require a resolve point. Anyway, you spend the day practicing the chosen task or crew action. At the end of the day, attempt a skill check appropriate to the chosen task or crew action. If you choose the overpower crew action, for example, you'd attempt an engineering check. So I'm working on my athletics.
All right, and you said you were drilling, so I'll show the stream. Oops. What you just said. I should go ahead and make a check for athletics. It is 18, DC 18. Nice.
Look at that.
So I'm gonna say you get to do that twice.
I'll roll again.
No, I'm saying the bonus is you get to take a 10. So basically, it's like you
Okay.
rolled a 10 if you do an athletics check.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say you get to do that twice.
Nice.
All right, and then Zitri.
I mean, I tried to find something good, but if we've got two people who are lounging anyway, I think I'm gonna try to entertain.
May I interrupt to say if you have an interest in drill, I need another person to drill. If you have no other thoughts about it. I don't want to train a creature. I want to do the skills thing.
Okay, so you're asking
This is
Zitri to
I'm sorry,
drill with you?
Yes, please. If my turn had come up, I would have said that anyway.
And what do you want to do?
What are you trying to drill?
Just
What skill?
I have combat feats. Are they there? Are they in the list? I don't see them.
You attempt a skill check
Yes.
appropriate to.
Oh, I see.
So it'll be a
Athletics, I
skill.
believe, is part of it. If it's athletics, acrobatic, or yeah. Let's see what else I got here. I think, yeah, that's gonna be it. Intimidate. Oh yes.
So just to be clear, you don't have
Just
to
regular
have
stuff.
Zitri with you if you want to do that on your own, but it is always cooler to have other people, especially when you're
Yeah,
doing
well, that's what I'm
working
saying.
out and stuff. So.
I figured I could probably get a player character, but I thought I'd offer it if he didn't have any. If he didn't have any other interests. So that was the idea.
So, what skill were you trying to drill?
I assume athletics, right?
You can choose whichever one.
I know, but that's one of my options that I have for my skills. I think athletics is probably the best one. That and survival would survival be part of it too? I don't know. Do you need anything? I mean, I'm high in acrobatics. I'm rather high in athletics. But intimidating is +3, which is not too bad. It's actually part of my profession, which means if you're doing drills, you're in a disciplined environment.
So
So,
pick one.
oh my god, fine. I'm asking for input. It's not getting okay. So let's go with athletics, please. I'm looking to increase it. I'm already good in it. I want to get better. So roll. There we go. I'm rolling. Damn it. All right.
All right, and since you guys are working together, I'm going to give you. Well, you made the DC anyway. Well, I was going to give you a +2 each. So, Zitri, you can go ahead and do yours as well.
Well, I need that +2.
Thank you. What do you mean? You haven't rolled yet?
Nice. Okay.
Use the
So-
same dice, Daniel.
You
Very nice.
Oh, I
have
didn't-
plus, so you
it
guys
didn't
can both
have
take
+2
10.
for it.
Take 10.
And what? What's your athletic skill?
0.
Ah, okay.
That'll help you out.
I'll help you. I'll save you.
And actually, if you'd rather, Zitri, I will give you a +5 on it. Would you rather have a take 10 or a +5?
I think the +5 would be more useful.
Okay.
Just because I don't have a bonus to it. So, like.
I concur.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, come on, don't do it to me.
All right.
I think you just typed the same thing twice.
I clicked ribbon and it went away.
3 times. Woo!
All right, so you guys get back to Epsom Station after messing around doing your downtime activities. I will let you know you're going to be doing this again in a little bit, so you may want to keep this open. You guys get back at, where is the calendar? All right, so you get back at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you have at 3 o'clock, you have a meeting with Venture Captain Arvin. So you go back to where you're staying, drop your gear, shower, change, get ready to go, whatever else you wanted to do, and then head over to Captain Arvin's place. Which is the Lower Spire Complex. And if anybody needs it still, there's that. Where is my... What? Hold on a second. my soundscape got closed somehow. Alright, so you guys get in the elevator in the Lower Spire complex, heading up to his office. You have been there before. You've already turned in the Charlatan Stone to the archives.
Cool.
That was on the actually down in the basement, and they signed it in, and as you guys enter his office, you see him. Here he is. Your Lashunta friend, similar to the person in Guardians of the Galaxy, they're telepathic and somewhat empathic as well. Can read feelings, read minds, and stuff. Speak telepathically if they want to, as well as verbally. And he's standing in front of a hologram of a planet.
Hologram of a planet.
Looks like it's been ravaged by some form of disaster. Almost no water and no obvious greenery. And he says, greetings, Starfinders. He's still looking at the hologram. You're looking at Alitrio, a newly charted planet in the vast. While you might dismiss it as a lifeless rock at first glance, it does have some mysteries to plumb. The starship that discovered it was attacked by some sort of orbital defense system when it got too close. The vessel didn't have the firepower to respond, so the crew made a prudent retreat. But we Starfinders don't let these sort of things go. I want you to take a starship, travel to Alitrio, and discover all you can about it. If you can find any inhabitants on the planet, do everything in your power to make a peaceful contact with them. If the place is deserted, try to locate information about who might have built those defenses. And once you've got something interesting, report back to me here at the Lower Spire Complex. And he turns around and goes back to his desk. Any questions?
Nope.
We should have questions for sure.
I'm just like, let's go.
So I want to know what the starship was, maybe. What kind of a starship it was?
How far away is it?
It's going to be. It's in just beyond near space in the vast. So you'll be using the drift travel to get there.
So there won't be any direct reporting back. We have to go back there to the Lower Spire complex. Is that what he means by report back, or he's talking about like over the airwaves through space and time?
They would prefer you come back, yes.
Okay. I think that's it.
So there's
Gravity.
only the ship that discovered it, and then us. Has anybody else been there?
Not that we're aware of. We don't know much about it. Initial scans were too brief to get too many details. Other starfinders did report trace amounts of radiation in the atmosphere, so there is a distinct possibility the planet's current appearance is not entirely natural.
Okay.
We haven't heard of
Please.
anybody else who's been there. This is why we're curious about it, to find out if it's something we can possibly, terraform, even on a small scale. People are always looking for places to relocate. Planets die and civilizations need to move.
with the intention of changing the atmosphere or whatever, making it livable.
Well, it does have a breathable atmosphere. The amount of radiation is not dangerous. It's just
Oh, okay.
there showing that it was caused by something. It's more than what would normally the sun would normally produce.
Right, right.
I would definitely start looking for any kind of civilization, maybe a city or the ruins of one. And if the planet is completely deserted, search for some kind of interesting flora, fauna, or mineral deposit. Those defenses have to have been put there for a reason.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw.
If we run into trouble, we're supposed to just fight our way through it.
Well, you can defend yourselves, of course, but let's not start a war here. Return to Absalom Station and we'll assess our options from there.
Very good.
What
Right.
kind of defenses will we have to avoid also getting shot at or survive being shot at on our approach?
All we know is that there is an orbital defense system that has some drones.
Well, I think we should probably boost our defense systems before we leave.
All right, hold on
Yeah.
a second as I get my.
Well, let's see what kind of ship we have.
Robin redeemed a Sven cloak.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
Which one did we get? Red or black?
Black.
Okay, okay.
I just think it's funny. She's got a lot of points to be spending. Oh, thank you.
Well, that's not necessarily a good thing. We'll find out.
I
Okay,
know.
well, yeah, we gotta insist that you change your background, man. We want to see that thing clearly.
Welcome to the fun zone.
You have to change your background,
Fun.
man. Make your background visible as a solid color or something. Keep losing your shoulder there. You're completely ignoring me, aren't you?
All right, so there we go. So when you choose black, the cloak itself is red with a black collar.
Lining. Talk about the lining.
Because or yeah, the other way is the snack cauldron bubbler. Okay, cool. Yeah, they will definitely be meeting somebody. So that's the first PC they will be run into is snack cauldron bubbler.
Awesome.
All right, so since Reno's all upset because he can't see it, we'll switch it so that way it will be black against my t-shirt with a red collar, and hopefully the red collar will pop up. All right, so we'll set
It looks
that
lovely.
set our timer. You didn't do the spend silliness, so you didn't do all of them. All right, and let's see. So he trusts you to make your own decision while you're out in the field. Make sure you're purchasing last-minute supplies you might need. Go to docking bay 27, and your starship is named Pegasus. It'll be programmed with the proper coordinates, and it's waiting for you whenever you're ready to leave.
Okay. So,
Snack. That's right. A snack is a kobold. She's a cauldron bubbler. She's a I remember when I watched the stream, she was a like an artificer or spellcaster or something like that.
Artificer.
Yeah, they build stuff, build machines, and
Neat.
enchant magic items and things. All right. So you also need to slot your boons for this scenario. So take a look at your pull up treble clefs, your star society sheet. Scroll down to the bottom. Look at your boons. And you can slap one into the social boon. You can pick one in each one. If you have any, don't remember exactly what everybody has, but it'll either say social boon or personal boon, those type of things. Treble Clef has 2 social boons and 3 slotless boons. So she's gonna keep her spell gem that has cash life bubble. I mean, life bubble. There's no, doesn't have a space. Life bubble is a spell that puts a bubble around you and keeps you from getting hurt or from dying if you're unconscious and stuff. So she has a spell gem that lets her cast that for free if she needs it. All right. So does anybody have any questions on? She's an artificer. Oh, I was right. Ha! See, I do watch your guys' stream. Does anybody have any questions on their boons or how to use them?
Yes. I can just pull it out and then put a new one in.
You just type it in above where it shows up. So, for example, for treble clef, on the society sheet, on the very, very bottom, it says boons. And up above that, there's a slot for the 6 types of boons. And she just typed spell gem, cash, life bubble. Just typed it into where it says social boon.
Yep.
And then if you have questions about it, you just go down to the bottom and open it up using the Paizo symbol to remind yourself what it does.
Right.
But like, I think most of you have Factions Friend, which means if you screw up, it still counts as a win for you. That type of thing. So, and this one is a Wayfinder mission, by the way. Are any of you Wayfinders?
No for me.
Where do I find Wayfinders?
It would be on your faction page, your society sheet.
Then nope.
Oh. What am I?
So we can only pick
No,
one.
I'm not a wayfinder.
Treble Clef is a Wayfinder.
Yes. I'm like, I know we've got one.
And Trog is
Doesn't show anything
also a
here.
Wayfinder.
Oh, it is Wayfinder.
The 2 people who aren't here are Wayfinders. All right, so Trog gets a message beep, and he, as you guys gather around, and you unlock it here, and as he opens it up, there's this holoscreen image of a confused-looking Isoki child, sort of tilting her head, and her little claw comes up to touch the camera, and you see this hand push her out of the way, and you see this older Isoki woman that you guys recognize as Fitch. Fitch from the Wayfinders here.
Yay.
Images. Sorry about Kirkath popping in the screen. Kids always love the holo projectors. Anyway, the long and short of it, I hear you've been assigned to explore Alitrio. First contact is important. You need to make a good impression. Wayfinders specialize in this sort of thing, so I wanted to offer some help. This drone here has a translation module strapped on its back. It may not be as reliable as some of the magical solutions you might have, but if you're in a pinch for communicating, it might help.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
good. That is good. Yes.
All right, so is that something you guys are interested in?
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a Wayfinders slotless boon, a mobile translator. I will share it so you guys know what's going on. Basically, you activate the device and it starts collecting linguistic information. It requires 10 minutes of observed conversation to get enough information to operate, and then it acts as a rudimentary translator. It doesn't allow you to converse with creatures whom you don't share a common language with, but it can relate basic information. Stuff like come with us, lower your weapons, leave. The device cannot parse proper names, and some extraordinary complex or obscure languages might not even be translated clearly with this device. And it lasts for 10 hours without being recharged before it needs to be recharged. So I'm
Do you
actually
know-
going to give it to
Good to
both of
have.
them. Let me see. Go to Trouble Cliff, Boons, Loop. All right. And then I'll do the same here for Trog.
Cool.
Society sheet.
So it's assumed that this comes with a 10 capacity usage.
Correct. It comes with a battery, and you can recharge it with anything on the ship. Any place that has electricity, you can recharge it.
Okay, cool.
All right. So as you head on out, is there anything you guys wanted to do now that you guys have your boons slotted and you have your mobile translator? You actually have two of them.
Okay, talking to the group right now. First off, we should maybe do a little bit of research to. I know we don't know anything about this planet, but we might learn something about the planets near it, or, you know, uh, first contact for dummies, like something like that. And we should
Yeah.
also uh, get something or some things that will help us with the radiation, because I anticipate that will be an issue.
Yeah. I guess it depends upon how much our tech suits do, right? Like gravity type of thing.
So for the levels of radiation they detected in their brief scan before they got chased off, the armor that you have will work. All right, Atomic. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good night.
Have a good one, Atomic.
See you in the morning.
Like,
That's crazy. All right, so that answers the question about the radiation. Uh, there's also Ship of Fools, 300 points. Welcome, welcome.
Woo-hoo.
Woo.
Appreciate you very much. Thank you, thank you.
I don't need that.
So, since we know that there's radiation there,
Mhm.
even if it's semi-minute, I'd like to get a radiation converter.
Okay.
Nice. I was also looking at that.
Yep. They have like Radaway type stuff too, and that might be what you're looking at. But
What does it do?
It absorbs and converts radiation into usable energy that can be used to charge batteries and power devices, vehicles, mechs, and starships through the
nice.
process of conversion. The
Yikes.
radiation converter also lowers the level of radiation by 1 while it is in use. The charging rate and maximum radiation that the device can handle depends on its mark. So at a Mark 1, can power handheld devices and can charge batteries at a rate of 1 charge per 10 minutes.
Wow.
Okay, and is it an armor upgrade or is it what is it?
It's an item subtype hybrid.
There you go.
Item. And I'm sorry, what is it called?
Radiation converter.
Energy, petroleum, radiation. Mark 1. Here we go. Oof. All right, so two of you give me percentiles. Zitri and Nikos. 7 and 14.
Wow.
Wow. All right, so the Starfinder Society has one, and they will sell it to you for 75 credits.
Wow, that is awesome.
Wow.
And
I'll pay the
there's a
75.
second one for 150 if you want to.
I mean, I
It's
don't
not that much
know.
money. We should all pitch in and just get it. Right?
Yeah, I
So
don't
it's-
know how long we're planning on being there, but without a way to get batteries charged, we should
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, your ship
Um,
will be able to do that, but yes, other than that, you don't know of any other way. This will at least help you while you're walking around on a planet. You don't have to keep going back to the ship.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna suggest we'll just buy it as a group, whatever. Pitch in.
All right, so it's
Well,
225 total for both.
Right.
So for each,
how
you
about we
want to
all
throw
just
in.
pitch in 75?
There you go.
Because one is 75, and I think I have the math right.
No, you don't.
No?
You're 75 times 5 is much more than 225.
Oh, I was talking about the three of us that are here that can actually make the decision.
Well, this is being
They
done as a
seriously
group,
lose.
so they can definitely pitch in.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That'll be 45 each then.
How much?
45?
Okay, thank you.
Yep, perfect. All right, so I'll get Trouble Clefs.
In that case.
Go to gear, credits. Put her there. All right, so I noticed there's a surprising lack of um, healing in the group.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
really.
yeah.
Well, then Tog does stuff,
So
right?
there's the time for the cloak. Appreciate it. Ship of Fools with the 300 biddies. That's so awesome. Kicking Drake takes to the curb with his mere 101.
Wow.
And now I have tied my cloak into a knot. I may be
Yeah,
wearing
you
this
don't need
longer
to
than
take that off, right?
15
All the time.
minutes.
All the time.
Okay, so let's do that and that. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go.
Deduct 200.
All right. There was a Parker redemption. Is it what's the dog doing or Parker? It was
It was Parker.
All right, so I bought
Parker.
4 serum of healing, Mark 1. So I have those available should we need them.
I should also look at how much those cost.
They're 50 apiece at that level.
Okay.
How
All
many
right.
do you need?
So looking at the party sheet skills, I don't know if you guys have access to it, but let's see. Diplomacy +6, +8. All right. So Zitri has a +8 to her diplomacy. Um, so therefore, of course, and that's there's nothing, no charisma based or social skill that's higher than that within the party. Troubleclef has +9 culture, but that doesn't count. Anyway, so if you want to have her do the negotiation, since you guys are getting so many, who else? I'll say Trog and Troubleclef are going to get 1 each. Plus your
Okay.
4, that's 6. Zitri, how many are you getting?
2.
So that's 8. Riven, are you getting any healing potions? It's 50 credits each.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yep.
How many?
Two's fine.
All right, so that's 10. All right, so Zitri, go ahead and give me a diplomacy check. Let's see who is
Would
trained in it.
we
So
also
Troubleclef
be...
is gonna try to help you. Troubleclef
Okay.
has diplomacy. There it is.
Would my paradoxes have refreshed?
Yes.
Okay. I never remember how many I roll. I think it's 3.
All right, so the 2 of you are the only ones who are good with
Or what?
in diplomacy, who have ranks in it.
Yeah, I don't have
Okay.
anything. Definitely.
And so she
The
rolled an
imitate-
18, so you get a +2 to your roll.
Mm.
And I'm not
Do I
going
use
to
the
record
12
those
dice or
just
do I
because
gamble?
you guys are leaving. And when you get to each day, we'll re-roll them for you. Here's
Okay.
Parker.
I think I'm gambling, guys. I don't think I'm gonna take the 12. I rolled a 12. Alright, and also we should probably like each get like a rat away or something.
Yeah.
When
A what?
rat
Rad.
out serum.
Oh.
I was quoting Fallout, so I don't really know
I
what they're called
know.
here. But
It's a rat out serum. That's what it's called.
it's surprisingly close. I didn't think it would be anywhere close at all, but it is. I had Parker there for a second. All right, let me try this.
Look, maybe I'm taking it too seriously, but my brain is going. He specifically mentioned this, meaning it's gonna be important.
Where do you find that rat out serum at?
It's RAD with a little N dash out.
Okay.
So it's rad dash out.
There it is.
It's not the most easily
just-
searchable.
We're just gonna buy them, right? Just everybody buy them.
Yeah, if you want it for yourself, go for it.
Isn't that what we were
Yeah.
recommended?
No, he said you don't need to. Your
I thought this was a
suits will
a
cover
spell.
it.
Right, but isn't
It's
she
a potion.
talking about a spell?
You drink it.
Yeah.
So
If you
what does it
get
do?
Upon imbibing it, you can attempt a new saving throw against any radiation effects you're affected by. If you succeed, the radiation effect automatically ends. In addition, you gain a +4 enhancement bonus to saving throws against radiation for 1 hour. I don't know, I feel like we're probably going to end up in a place that's a little bit more heavily radiated if we're trying to like investigate stuff.
right, plus if we get punctured or whatever, we might be exposed to it and stuff. So yeah, I think it's smart.
I just
And how
I
much
know
is it?
from other campaigns it's 225.
All right, are
Yep,
you
I can
including it with your healing serum roll, or do you want to roll again for that? Looks like you guys are getting 3, correct? Nikos, you're getting 1?
I'm gonna get 1, yes. I'm just doing my math.
Let's just keep it simple and include it with the other roll.
All right, so you got 15 plus 5, 7. All right, so your healing serums are going to cost you 40 each, 40.
Okay.
And your this one, he said it was 225 originally.
Yes.
So this is going to be 190.
So what's the total? Total is
Depends on how many you're buying.
So you got 2 healing serums, so that's 80
right.
plus 190, so that's 270.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Do we have like a way of knowing like how irradiated a place is? Is that like a
When your skin
thing?
starts to bubble, you know it's pretty bad. Your hair falls out. And if it hurts when you pee.
Could be a UTI, you know?
But when it's compounded with the other things, either way, it's a bad thing.
True.
There should be in Geiger counters. There is a detect radiation spell that the mystics can get.
Oh, there we go. Radiation sweeper. Do I not have that module loaded?
There's also radiation badges.
They give you readings.
So the
Isn't
difference
that a
is a
little-
sweeper tells you within 120 feet. The badge, you have to step into it and then it beeps. But at least you know something's going on. Sorry, go ahead.
Isn't the whole planet like a little bit irradiated? Wouldn't that be kind of a moot point because it's already detecting radiation?
It's between your skin and the suit, I would think.
Correct. You would wear this badge under your suit, and so your suit would block out, in theory, the low level of radiation, so no, it wouldn't be going off.
Oh, cool. Let's do that one then, because that is cheaper.
Yep, definitely.
The radiation sweeper is typically something you would use for a specific area. It's not something you would just walk around with all day. It's okay, we're going
Right.
into this thing, we think it's so, because it's only good for 20 minutes before you have to swap out the battery. But
Right.
like I said, the difference is it's good for 120 feet. It's also good through 3 feet of dirt, wood, foot of stone, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, that's
or
pretty
any
cool.
forest field. So if you guys wanted to each spend 100, you could get a radiation sweeper for the party. Or just trust what he said and don't worry about it.
I mean,
think
we
we got
should
enough,
get
right?
something.
So I share the
All right.
radiation badge. Anybody who wants it, just drag the little Paizo symbol onto their page. Take away the
Change.
100 credits, your gear.
Okay.
All right. Are we going to be good on like food and stuff? Is that something we should be worrying about?
Yes, per the message of the day. I mean, the pinned messages are not worrying about food and water
Okay.
majority of the time.
I
So,
thought I would check. This feels like a special occasion.
yep, this time is not. Plus, Nikos is edible, so
Nico
you
is
go.
out of what?
Ooh,
is edible.
Edible.
roasted frog legs.
Exactly. It's like
Um,
He had 2 legs at one time, and he got hungry.
That is not what happened.
Okay,
hey guys,
so
I'm getting a sleeping bag.
there's your Parker. Hope you enjoyed him. And I'm going to go ahead and go back. Switch my webcam back.
It's like he was in a Santa suit or something.
He's in his bed. I just picked up his whole bed and stuck it behind
Yeah,
me.
no.
So because it's a lot easier than trying to hold him and have him trying to figure out what's going on.
Fidgeting and everything.
All right. Thank you for the redemption, guys. And the 300 biddies from Jingo.
Yay.
Whoa, whoa. Woo.
So you guys get to Docking Bay 27. And I don't know if there's actually an image. Let me look. Image. I have a token for it, but yeah, I don't know why my quotes are being weird, but if you don't put a number after it, it says no quote found, and then it gives you a quote. So,
Well, it's because one of them is Stream Elements doing it, and one of them is Nightbot doing it.
okay, there you go.
He's just making that shit. Yeah.
That's why she's the chief moderator.
That's right.
Notice things.
All right, getting back to your ship. It is not the most beautiful ship in the world.
Okay.
Give me anybody who has engineering or culture. You can give me checks. It is going
Engineering
to
or
be
what?
culture,
Culture. I get it.
or any kind of profession that has to do with spaceships, like a space fair or traveler
Culture.
or stuff like that. You can give me those profession checks.
That would be me. Ah.
Oh, good. I do have an image. Okay. All right. So several of you, especially Zitri, got. Oh, no, that's a thing. Um,
I
that's
wrote bad.
her diplomacy. Um, all right. So Nikos, you would know this is a multifold G7 auto hodler.
Oh, look at that thing. That is awesome.
Like I said, it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's functional and it works really well. So as you guys get on there, for those of you who care, here's. I can't share this. Okay. Can I open it as a player? Let's see. Campaign. No. PC ships. No. Why isn't it in PC ships? It should be. Share. There we go. Yes. All right. So if you go into PC ships under player, where you go to characters and in notes, there's PC ships. If you care, there's Pegasus there. And it stands for Pegasus Starfinder Society 6 Delta 57 is its full designation. And you see it has a speed of 6. It has a drift engine of 2. It has some armor, some ablative armor, fortified hull. It has a Mark III mono node computer, so that means you get a +1 3 times. You get and it has a basic short range sensor, Mark V countermeasures, and a pulse black power core. It also has an anti-hacking system and 3 cargo holds. It also has, so on the weapons, it's being weird. I don't know why it's not showing correctly, but it has a plasma cannon pointing forward and a laser cannon on a port in the starboard. Nothing to the aft. So it's got 3 weapons that can be fired. Port, starboard, laser cannons, plasma cannon pointing forward.
Does it generate flak stuff?
No.
Is that considered a weapon?
That's a weapon, yep. Does
Yep.
not have any flak.
Don't give me no flak.
So there's your ship. If you'll go to your character sheet, under the very last tab says ships, you will see you have a role. Right now, most of you are probably passengers. So if you down click, pick where you want to be. There can only be 1 captain and 1 pilot. Beyond that, there can be any number of science officers, magic officers, stuff like that. You don't. Let me see. Who am I missing? Somebody's missing. Riven, Zitri, Trog. Trog is not on here. Give me a second here.
Does anyone have better piloting than +2?
I believe I do.
Let's take
Then
a look.
you
+7.
Yep,
Skills.
you
All right.
should probably take that.
Piloting. Your best
Piloting.
piloting is Zitri. Trog is not too
I
far
have a-
behind at 5. Riven is 5 also.
Yep.
And then computers is your science officer, but that's also Zitri. So the question is, would you rather have, unless you're going to be doing special, people put a lot of emphasis on pilot when really the pilot doesn't do a whole lot, even in combat. There are some special maneuvers you can do and things like that, but honestly, the ship will pretty much fly itself. You can do it as a minor action just to go from point A to point B. The only time a pilot comes up is if you're trying to do special things, like dodge or do a special trick move, going flying through their space without getting hurt, stuff like that. Um,
So
the
we don't
most
have to have
important
one.
one would be in my opinion, would be your science officer initially, because when you get first contact, you want to be able to scan the ship and get as
That's
much
true.
information as you possibly can. The more you know about the
Right.
ship that you're dealing with, or entity, creature, whatever it is, then as the fight progresses, you may want to get an engineer later to boost stuff and do things, but um, your science officer is the other thing. So Citri has a +7, Treblecraft has a +4 to the computers. Those are your two computer people. Riven can also jump in there with a +2.
It's not high, but yeah.
I mean, I might as well put myself as a science officer and then do the minor action to pilot.
Like I said, Trog has a +5 to piloting, so he can jump in as a pilot as well.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I was assigned as a gunner.
And your gunner, you can have multiple gunners when you need to. Again, right now you don't need anything, but until you actually enter combat. But you're get rid of Fitch. What is this? Downtime. Okay. Get rid of the. I'll keep the Elite Trio holograph up. All right. So Trebleclef has a decent mysticism, so she can jump in as a magic officer. And then once you pick your role, if you want to see what you can do, try to compare a couple things if you wanted to. You can click the little black line under actions. It says open role actions, and that will give you the different things you can do. It also shows the weapons underneath. Again, the weapons are being weird. There is no laser cannon pointing forward. The laser cannons are pointing starboard and aft. I mean, starboard and port only. So as you open up the actions, you'll see the weapons in the bottom. So yes, and so does anybody want? See who has the highest diplomacy. Let's see.
It might be again.
3. Trebleclef has +6. Citri has a +8. Trebleclef can't really do anything else besides mysticism. So Trebleclef might be a good pilot. Not pilot, captain.
I mean, yeah, good for encouraging people and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll switch them to captain. Okay, so right now, as a DM, I can see, in theory, somewhere. Closing all these windows I don't need. Combat tracker. Where is the ship? Combat tracker. Here it is. Okay. I guess this. Nope. All right. So where is it that I'm looking for this? Oh, party sheet. Okay. Party sheet. Ship. All right. So we have Trog as a passenger. We need to switch that up. So he'll go ahead and put Trog as a pilot.
Okay.
And then we have Trebleclef as the captain, Nikos and Riven are gunners, and Zitri is the science officer. One of you may want to, especially Riven, since you have such a high athletics.
Yeah.
There's another one. I don't remember off the top of my head. Mantha's character used to be it all the time.
It's
chief mate.
for chief. Yeah.
You may want to be a chief mate, just for fun. Basically, you rip open a panel and start pulling things and pushing wires and using your athletics to physically force things to happen. And if it works, then they get a bonus. So, but gunner is good too. Having two gunners is a solid choice as well. So, just think about that. Something depending on what happens. It's something you
Right.
can do. That's presuming you even get into a fight. Who knows what's going to happen?
Right.
You do.
All right, so
Oh yeah, somebody does know.
Yeah.
all right, so you guys
Um,
ready to head out
sorry.
to Elitrio?
Uh, two things. One, should we convert some of our credits to UPBs?
Sure.
Like I
Or-
have any left.
Trying to say what we have left.
All right, so again, looking at the party sheet, skills page. Citri is the only engineer, but you, Nikos, Trebleclef, Trog, all have mysticism for some reason. So they can be
Mysticism?
they can make potions and stuff using
It's
UPBs.
so wild. Because I actually am like a spellcaster and I don't have mysticism.
Well, Trebleclef is a spellcaster, absolutely. So hers makes
It's
sense.
true. Yeah.
All right, so Trebleclef is going to convert some of hers. All right, so it's just a straight across. It's a straight.
Oh, is it?
One UPB per credit. And the nice thing is, they are physical, so you're carrying them in a pouch. So in theory, they could be shoplifted, but your cred stick could be too. But the difference is, if you're in person, you can hand them UPBs as well. The only time you couldn't use a UPB is if you're buying something through the space web. So you would where you would use your credits, but typically UPBs are much more fluid and much more able to be used for anything, whereas credits can only be used to buy stuff from a store. UPBs can be used to buy stuff from a store and create things yourself if you have the gear to do so. All right. This ship does not have a med bay, does not have any kind of workshop.
Ah,
Okay.
that might be an issue.
All right, so you guys gear up, load up the ship. Trebleclef brings her entire final collection.
We don't hear a repeat of a single song the whole trip.
And including the brand new strawberry machine cake out.
Of course.
And if Trebleclef is anything like her player, you hear one song repeated ad nauseum over and over and over for 3 days before it switches to
The
something
normal
else.
thing, yeah.
Mhm.
That's why she has headphones.
Okay. Got the ship. You've got that. All right, so Trog, I need. It's actually everybody give me a d6 because it takes 5d6.
Bless you.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even have my mic on.
Well, I heard you through a closed door and wall. Check it.
Is that
Nice
good?
rolls, everybody.
No, this is bad.
Oh.
This is how long it's taking you guys to get there.
Oh, never mind.
And Nikos.
Oh, I thought I rolled mine already. There we go.
Wee, Lois
24
Strong.
There's my
days.
contribution. Woo!
Oh, fuck.
Dear God, 24 days. Even in the drift? Oh,
Yikes.
I guess we had some problems navigating the drift accelerator.
All right, so you will arrive on. Actually, let me make sure. Let me go here to this. Yep, I was right. So you guys will arrive on the 2nd of Saraneth. At 1 o'clock. The ship drops out of the drift. But before that happens, Riven and Nikos give me D12s.
D12s. Come on, baby.
What is that? 2012. There we go.
All right, so the first week passes uneventfully. Everybody give me a professions roll because you are traveling through
What
the
roll?
profession.
Oh, okay.
Because you're traveling through the drift, you're just going. It's going to take a
Ooh.
while, and it's different. So you're just going to get your, the normal roll. All right, so Trog gets 28 credits. Nikos, you get 38.
Nice.
Trebleclef gets 34. So you're reaching out, you're working with the contacts, you're answering information, you're talking to the two different reporters, you're going on the podcasts, you're playing vids and broadcasting them, uh, whatever, however your profession would fit into that trog. You're sending different pictures and different. Nikos, you're sending different pictures of the drift and explanations and scans of things that you find in the drift to different
Cool.
mediums and things, and you're getting a little bit of kickback for that. All right. So Zitri, you got 42. And I'm missing Riven.
Is Riven supposed to
Riven.
give you a swing? Oh, I didn't realize that. Sorry, it's 20?
Profession
I don't have
skill.
one.
Do?
I don't have it. Profession? Oh, okay, maybe.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, there you go.
All right. So you get 48 credits.
Nice.
Just add in here. Nice.
All right. And then on the 22nd of Desnus, um, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So, Mantha, right click on the D6 and roll a D3. Three. All right, Zitri, you're on the bridge, and the comms start. The little static comes over the comm as you're, and you say you hear a female. What the hell is that called? Give me a second here. Ship. Here it is. You are a wrong one. Here it is. Here we go. Auto holler. Auto holler. You hearing me? This is the clutter collector. Come in.
Clutter collector, this is the auto hauler. We're what are we? We're the Pegasus.
Yes.
This is the Pegasus. We hear you loud and clear.
As the com link gets a little, as you guys are starting to get a little closer, you do a quick scan and you see just at the edge, just beyond your scanning radius, you can tell there's a ship there, but you can't really do any kind of scan to it. And this female Yusoki image, sort of 3D image, is all glitchy and stuff as it pops up. And she says, "Hi, this is Winks." And that's been a while since I've seen anybody. Where are you guys headed?
You guys just talk. Damn it.
And are you saying anything to the rest of the crew? Are you?
Yeah, I'm sending out like a message on the ship systems of we're getting hailed by another ship. Sorry, some part of me is like, is this like a normal thing? Should I answer this question? I think I can answer this question. Sorry, my brain forgot how to brain. Yeah, I'll tell them that we're heading to Elitrio.
Huh. Must be one of those. That's one of the thousands of planets I haven't heard of. I'm on my way back to Absalom Station. Nice thing about Absalom Station is you can always go back there because of the star gem thing that's there. And so she talks to you. She's you have about, you do a quick calculation and you think you're going to be within range for about an hour, as you guys are headed in opposite directions, and it's not actually exactly opposite. You're heading, if you're on the clock, you're going to 12 o'clock. She's coming in from about 9:30 and is going to be heading over to the 3:30. But point is, you're going to be within range for about an hour, and she'll talk your ear off during that time. Does anybody else want to get in on the conversation?
Nah, I'm just mapping stuff.
Yeah, I'm not much of a conversationalist, so
Cool. Citri is forming connections. I'd like to exchange comm numbers.
Okay.
Nice.
She's glad to do so. She finds out you guys are part of the Starfinder Society. Just so sorry to hear about what happened. Glad to see you guys haven't given up and are still trying to rebuild. All right, so the rest of the day goes by uneventfully. All right, so the 23rd of Desness. Go ahead and give me a D24. Mantha, that you are on deck. We'll note what time it happened. And the rest of you can give me profession checks as another week passes.
Is it? Oh wait, I might be able to just do it with the
Slash
D12. Hold on.
slash DIE space 1D24.
Okay, never mind. I had it right. I was like, oh, maybe there's a custom one on the D12.
No, you can roll 2D12. That's not the same thing. All right, 21. Late at night. 11 o'clock at night.
As you make it 24-sided dice.
I have one, actually, in IRL. I also have a 14-sided dice for days of the week. And a 31-sided dice for days of the month.
Look, you can make a die with any number of sides.
Clutter collector.
Whether or not it's balanced, that might be a question, but you can make one.
Here, I'll give you one.
Right, so there you go. So you, however much information you want to note, you now know the clutter collector and Winks, the captain. I wonder if I can put an image in the. I can put an image in the calendar. I did not know that. Cool. All right.
Wow.
So, Trog gets 30. Zitri, go ahead and give me a profession skill. Nikos, you get 38. Riven, you get 40.
Just add it in.
Correct. Just add it on in. Skills. Profession. I would hotkey this, but it's not my character, so. 9. Ugh. Too far out. Do a lot. 18. 7. Okay. Cedric is 36. I get everybody. Nikos, yep. Okay. All right, one more week passes. I will say, when you guys drop out of the drift, after this next roll that you guys are doing, you will have had time to do downtime activities. So be thinking about if you want to do anything else. Go ahead and give me another skills check on the 30th of Desness. Profession skill.
Skills professions.
24. A little bit better that time.
Am I doing Trog again as well, or?
Yes, 81.
Okay.
All right, so it's mostly for the people at home. I know you guys can double. But Citri, you get 42. Nikos, you get 18. It's the same amount that Troublecuff got last week. Riven, you get 42, and Trog, you get 22. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, take that back. Riven, you did piloting for both. You need to do profession. So re-roll those for Riven.
Frog also did.
Right, for both, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Rolling for the. Why is it doing that? Hold on a second.
Okay, and then
Once again.
for drug.
Another one.
Yep, for drug.
You see? Okay.
So instead of getting 42, you
I
get
thought I was supposed to roll
20.
twice.
No, you're just rolling once. You already did the other ones. Right, so
Oh, okay,
drug gets 30 instead of 22, and
Okay.
Riven gets 20 instead of 42.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So as you guys are preparing to drop out of the drift, you have a chance to do downtime activities. I'm just gonna say that Trebleclef and Trog did the same thing, so I'm just gonna double what they have, give them 2. So you guys can try to double what you have and make it twice, or you can do a different downtime activity. We'll go ahead. We'll just go left to right, starting with Nikos. What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna lounge this time.
Okay, cool. So that's actually really easy. You get a plus. Nikos gets temporary hit point, and you get a +1 to your first save. Riven.
I'll do the same thing. It's fine.
Okay. Zitri.
I would like to entertain. Especially because, like, a lot of people are lounging this time.
Is that something you're good at?
It
Pretty
would be.
decent.
All right.
the-
So since you didn't get to do it
know,
last time, what does it do? I don't have it. Well, however, I do. I do have it actually. Entertain. Nice. You can choose up to 12 willing characters who are using the downtime activity. Attempt a skill based. So go ahead and give what skill are you using?
it has to be a charisma skill, and I'm pretty sure I'm the best at diplomacy.
Well,
But let me do a
I
quick.
can allow other skills as appropriate, depending on what you if you can sell me on it. But the DC of the check is 10 plus 1 per creature you're entertaining. So that's 4 of them. So it's 14 plus 1.5 times the highest level. So it's only 2. So 3. So 17.
Consider this. I should still do it as diplomacy because I can use my my paradoxes for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Right.
roll those real
Are you
quick.
doing a TED talk, or what are you going to do for your diplomacy entertainment?
Ooh. I think she's gonna be like telling them stories. Especially because Dorindy are pretty entertaining because they tend to embellish things a lot. So she's telling them like stories about like Akaton, I don't remember, Arcanon,
Nice.
her homeworld. And some of these things sound like fucking unbelievable.
All right. And I'm going
But
to say you've been there for 3 weeks. So I'm going to give you a +2.
Wow. Okay, so I have a +2, and then my normal +7, so that's a +9. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that 12, so that would be a 21.
All right. And that's exactly what you needed. So you entertain all 4. So they get double stuff. So Ruben, you get 2.
+2.
+2 to save. Zitri, you also says
So you put
I
that
get
in.
the normal
if you
one.
properly entertained all creatures you attempted to entertain, you gain a normal bonus for lounge activity. So excellent. Since I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 because half of them were doubled anyway, so.
Wow.
And it's a good idea. It's something different. It's unique. Very cool. Alright. Nikos gets 2 and a +2 to her save.
Nice.
His save, sorry. Treble Clef gets +4. And +4. As does Trog 4.
You're adding all this stuff in yourself.
+4. Yep, it's all on the combat
he's
tracker.
working.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
You don't need to do anything. It's great.
Yay.
alright, so while I'm here, from the severity of the whining that's been going on, I presume you guys would rather see the details of the characters in the combat tracker. So, combat player ally health display. So you want it like this, correct?
I like knowing more things. I would like it like that.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Combat-
fine
In
either.
the combat tracker?
Your combat tracker. So there's
Oh,
the
okay.
status, completely off, detailed are your 3 choices. I'm not going to do off. So you basically is detailed. I've had it on status, but everybody keeps saying I can't see how many hit points
Just
I
gotta
have.
press
Where's
the-
my
you're
stamina?
looking
What's going on? So
Yeah, that's mostly.
Show me the differences again in the tracker.
okay, so you have detailed and status.
Oh,
So it goes from healthy, and it doesn't change at all until you get into hit points. So you have no idea
Right.
what your stamina is. You have to look at your main page.
so what's
Right.
detailed again?
But we also want to see other people's stuff. That's the whole point.
Oh, see, I like the detailed.
Okay.
Yeah, so do
Yep.
I.
All right, cool.
It's unanimous.
Okay. So now, so the point is,
Actually, I'd like to vote for nothing, please.
that's right.
I'd like to watch everybody die around
Mhm.
me.
Fight me.
So then you have to pay attention and be listening to what's happening, which you would be fine at. So the temporary hit points you can now see are there. Everybody has their temporary hit points listed there. All right. So on the second, you drop out of the drift. You then have to fly to the planet itself. So, starships. Since I presume you are all awake and are on the bridge of the ship. Travel in system. Okay. So you have a choice. You can either go into the drift again to zip over to the planet. Will take 1d6, or you can just scoot over there and it'll take 1d6 plus 2 days.
1d6 plus what?
2.
I have I don't know why, but I think like doing the longer one might be better just because like we can be more prepared when we go in.
Yeah,
I don't know if that makes sense to you guys.
it
Makes
does.
sense to me.
Being prepared is always good.
Before we make our official decision, DM, is there like a significant mechanical difference between the 2 options?
There is no chance of getting a drift encounter if you don't go into the drift.
Ah.
But we are going to, aren't we?
You just came out
the
of the drift. So the question is, are you going to go back into the drift to get to the planet? Because you're in the solar system, but you're not close to the planet. The planet's on the other
Right.
side. Basically, you're at 6 o'clock 7 o'clock on a clock face, the planet's up over at about 10 o'clock. So you have to cruise on over there,
Right.
and it's going to take you either 1d6 plus 2 days to fly normal, or you can go back into the drift and try to zip over there in 1d6 days, but there's a chance you have a drift encounter and you pull some of the drift with you.
Right, but I mean, we still have to go back, don't we? That's what I was asking about, going back to the place. We still have to use the drift or whatever at some
Later
point.
on, you'll be.
We will eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's much faster to go back to Absalom Station. It's always faster to go back to Absalom Station. With
Ah,
the
okay.
star zone that's in it. All right, so you guys, draw.
Yay,
Give me a
longer
d6.
one. Come on, don't roll 6.
Okay, fine. 1 second. D6. Here we go. Oh, it didn't work.
Nice. All
Nice.
right, so it only takes you 3 days. You run out of fuel on the first day. Just kidding. All right, so you get on the 4th. All right, so on the 4th of Saraneth, go ahead and give me another D24.
That's a 12.
All right, so right at noon, you arrive at the planet, and you're starting to go into orbit.
Right, we gotta be ready for this, guys.
Where did my journal entry? There it is. All right, 1200. Let's see. E 1D60. All right, so at 1222, I'm just gonna say 1220. All right, and as you're starting to enter the orbit, and for argument's sake, it's going to take you 2 hours to enter the orbit and land. But before that happens, you guys are shocked as one of your sensors go off.
It's not like we knew this would happen or anything.
Your comms suddenly squawk to life, filled with a crackling robotic voice. And it's... you hear... unlock, please. Thank you.
I don't know that one.
So, if you have, if your ranks in culture or sense motive, give me a DC 12 check in sense motive or culture.
Oh, some pretty calligraphy.
All right, so you're both able to realize that they are sending out a warning. And it repeats. You hear the same thing.
How long would it take a normal starship to be able to heed that warning and turn around? I ask because I'm basically anticipating after that point in time that they're going to start firing. So I'm trying to prepare myself for when they do.
The second time, it it sort of stutters and is distorted, sort of like a corrupted audio file, and then cuts off with this loud burst of static. And you see this strange hemispheric vessel. This platform comes into view from behind one of the planet's moons. And to answer your question, it really just depends. They can do it within a couple minutes, depends on the size of the ship and everything else. Your type of ship has a good maneuverability, so you could do it within a couple minutes. And you can tell right
Okay,
away whether or not they're starting to turn.
that's true.
And you images. The trio. What? Assets. Elite trio. All right. So what are you guys doing?
So we saw a hemispheric vessel. Was that what you said? Ooh, gotcha. Can I scan it?
You will be able to in about 2 minutes because you have short range scanners.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All right. Does anybody want to change where they are? Everybody happy with their designations of on the ship?
I'm happy where I'm at.
Okay. Then we are. Go ahead and give me a. So here's the planet, by the way, in case anybody didn't have it. This is the hologram, so take away the fuzziness, and that's what it looks like. You get the idea
Pretty cool.
as you're starting to zoom, close in on it. Um, so go ahead and go to your ships page. Click on actions. If you haven't already, don't have the role actions open already. And for Zitri, you are doing the scan. So go ahead and click the scan. Let me open up the combat tracker.
No.
We have Trog down as a pilot. He's just hanging.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Why is it
Is he the pilot?
showing that P? Yes, Trog is a pilot right now.
Oh, okay.
Targeting. Nope, that's space and reach. Targeting. There we go. Okay, now try it again.
Me?
Yes, scan. Click the blue scan check again. All right, so it's not quite working exactly as it should. I also don't know why the P is there. It should be showing you your
Because
token
it's the
for the
ship.
ship.
Isn't it?
But anyway, it is against a. I'm almost positive, but it is. Where is scan? Here it is. It is Action requires your starship to have sensors. Of course it does. You attempt to check untrained. Okay.
Five
Isn't-
plus one
I'm
and a
just not
half
sure
times
why
the
you're
tier
getting the
starship being scanned.
how it's coming up with the DC when it didn't have anything targeted before. Anyway, so this thing is that. So you got a 25, so that is 12, 3. All right, so let me look at the exact information you get. Science officer, okay, you get living crew and complement is 0. There is nobody, no living creatures on this thing. ACTL and total and current hit points, hull points rather, shield points in each quadrant, and core PCU value. Wow. So you get armor AC is 14, the targeting lock is 13, hit point is 70, and the power core is a pulse gray 100.
Okay.
Shield points are 10 in each quadrant, so a total of 40. And the last thing you get is weapon information. There are no weapons on this drone platform.
Interesting. I kind of assumed that it would be.
But
I guess it can still be part of that system.
as you're scanning it, there's a well, you wouldn't hear it, but you can imagine it in your mind as you see it opening, and these drone spews out of it.
Oh, that'll do it.
And this is where we'll leave it for tonight.
Alrighty.
I apologize for going over a little late, but we started a little late, so it's evens out. So as this thing spews out this drone, you can see that there are weapons on this one, even from with the naked eye. You may not know exactly what they are, but there are weapons on it. And we will get into Starship Combat next time
Woo!
in 2 weeks. Next week is Horizons of the Vast with our brand new people on a brand new planet. They're going to start exploring and looking around where they live. So come back for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Robin, thanks for hanging out and for all the redemptions.
Ben.
Jingo, again, 300 bits. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. Don't forget, like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Guys. Where's